Chapter 356. The Hairy Men. Translator. Chibi General Editor. Chibi General. 5 days later. The three light pillars appeared on Sansha Mountain, piercing through the clouds toward the sky. The red light pillar was burning like fire. It was King Bao's inheritance. Yellow light pillar was bright and dazzling. It was King Quan's inheritance. Blue light pillar had a demonic charm. It was King Shin's inheritance. After a gap of several months, three kings' inheritance opened again. Yi Huo gazed at these three light pillars at the peak. His fierce eyes under his dashing brows flickered with faint radiance. Is this three kings' inheritance? Sure enough, it gives off a magnificent feeling. As long as I accomplish great achievements here, I can truly join Shang Clan and change my surname to Shang, becoming a member of Shang Clan. Right now, excitement was surging like waves in his heart. Little Beast King doesn't know what's good for him, actually refusing me again and again. But he apparently knows some secrets related to three kings' inheritance. If I can take him in as my subordinate, it will be a great help to me in controlling Sansha Mountain. Yi Huo could not help but think of Fang Yuan. Yi Huo was one of the 5 great elders of Shang Clan and possessed his own information channel. He already knew Fang Yuan had made a huge sum of money at Shang Clan City by relying on his knowledge of some secrets of three kings' inheritance. Besides this, Fang Yuan himself possessed outstanding battle prowess, having the fighting strength of a rank 4 middle stage. Moreover, Bai Ningbing never left the Little Beast King's side. Recruiting one naturally meant gaining the other. Thus, Yi Huo had accommodated to Fang Yuan and displayed complete sincerity to move him. But Fang Yuan did not know what was good for him and refused him time and again. Yi Huo could not help starting to feel angry. When I come out of three kings' inheritance, I will teach this little beast king a lesson and let him know that not everyone can fetch a good price. But for now, I need to suppress some hindrances. Yi Huo collected his disorganized thoughts and looked towards a few figures at a distance. Pink Butterfly Gentleman, Kong Ri Tian, he who once dyed the sky blue, Long Qing Tian, Wu Clan Elder Wu Shentong, Yi Clan Elder Yi Chong. These 4 were all rank 4 peak stage experts. Every time the inheritance opened, they would be the first to move towards the entrance. This time was no exception. Ha ha ha, I have reserved King Bao inheritance. Who dares to contend with me? Yi Huo threw his head back and laughed loudly, his laughter wild and unrestrained. He crossed his arms and looked at the 4 with a fierce gaze. He was a fire path Gu master. King Bao was also of the same path. King Bao's inheritance was naturally the best choice for him. Blazing Inferno. Wu Shentong narrowed his eyes and mumbled with some fear towards Yi Huo's reputation. Yi Huo was one of the 5 great generals of Shang Clan with the nickname of Blazing Inferno. He was at the peak of power. Even Wu Shentong had no choice but to admit that Yi Huo was a notch above him. I will deal with you, Kong Ri Tian snorted. His whole body suddenly exploded and turned into phoenix-winged golden butterflies. Hundreds and thousands of golden butterflies, with wings as sharp as knives, enveloped Yi Huo. Blazing Inferno, you have been in the limelight the last few years. Long Qing Tian also laughed gloomily and pushed his palm. Whoosh! A greenish-blue palm of light, with poison gas curling around it, broke the void and directly smacked towards Yi Huo's face. Let me spar too. Yi Chong sneered and suddenly moved. Ew! Swish! Blue water waves surged up out of nowhere, engulfing Yi Huo within. All of a sudden, 3 rank 4 peak stage Gu masters attacked Yi Huo at the same time. Good! Yi Huo's lips curled up into an arrogant smile. He stretched his arms and smacked his chest with his palms. Bam! Majestic flames suddenly burst forth. In an instant, the fiery color overwhelmed the light pillars of three kings' inheritance and illuminated Sansha Mountain. Flames surged up with incomparable heat and ferocity. The flames effortlessly covered the water wave, burned the poison palm, and sent the phoenix-winged golden butterflies retreating in a sorry figure. The golden butterflies flew far away and converged, changing back into Kong Ri Tian. This is his rank 5 Gu Prairie Fire? Seeing such a huge fire, Yi Chong and Long Qingtian's expressions changed. Each Kong Richen did not say a word, while Wu Shentong's eyes flashed. "This is the might of Elder Yi Huo!" Shang Clan Gu masters shouted out loudly in excitement. Yi Huo stood proudly within the flames, giving a feeling of a deity. His fiery red hair seemed to merge with the flames, giving off a wild and intense bearing. The flames swiftly dispersed, and he walked towards the red light pillar, King Bao Inheritance. The four Gu masters watched him move towards the light pillar. All of their expressions were more or less stiff and unsightly, but they did not block him. This was them acknowledging Yi Huo's might. After Yi Huo entered King Bao Inheritance, Kong Richen and other three glanced at each other, but they had no more interest to fight. Among them, Kong Richen and Long Qingtian entered King Xin Inheritance. Wu Shentong and Yi Chong entered King Quan Inheritance. Yi Huo is worthy of being one of the 5 great experts of Shang Clan. He has rank 5 Gu Prairie Fire, formidable indeed. These days, Yi Huo has been repeatedly going to Little Beast King's place. Their relation is not shallow. Black and white twin demons are known as demonic path Gu masters, but they are actually lackeys of righteous path. They spent some time at Shang Clan, and everyone knows they have a deep relation with Shang Clan's young master, Shang Xin Ci. A group of rank 4 upper stage Gu masters started discussing after they saw Yi Huo suppressing other 4 Gu masters and enter the light pillar with his head high. Birds of a feather flocked together. Rank 4 peak stage experts had all entered the inheritance. Now it was these people's turn. "Century Boy, your goddaughter Shua Sansi was killed by Little Beast King. When are you going to take revenge?" A righteous Gu master among the group suddenly asked while taking gloating at his misfortune. Century Boy coldly snorted. "Although Yi Huo has rank 5 Gu, the battle just before was only a probe. No one used their true methods. If they were to truly fight it out, who lives and who dies is still not certain." Although he said so, he was actually very afraid. He had thought of taking the chance that Bai Ningbing was imprisoned to find trouble for Fang Yuan, but Yi Huo repeatedly visited Fang Yuan's residence, so he could only restrain his impulse and quietly observe. Now, when he saw Yi Huo easily suppressing other 4, Century Boy's heart became much more heavy. Such a great opportunity like 3 kings' inheritances in front of us, who will foolishly battle each other to death. "Let's go. We need to enter too." Soon this group of rank 4 upper stage Gu masters also entered the inheritance. Fang Yin climbed up to the peak and was immediately recognized. "Little Beast King! It is Fang Zheng. He is entering King Xin Inheritance." From the peak to the middle of mountain, many Gu masters stared as they looked at Fang Yin entering into the light pillar. He really forgot about his partner? BNB is still trapped by the 4 old fellows of Tai Clan. This Fang Zhong is actually paying it no heed as if nothing has happened, like he hasn't heard of it. Even demonic Gu masters felt a chill in their hearts. "Look, this is the heartlessness of demonic path Gu masters," some righteous path Gu masters commented disdainfully. "Fang Yuan, you bastard!" Bai Ningbing also witnessed this scene from inside the Qi barrier. Her face became pale with anger. She clenched her fists tightly and fiercely gritted her teeth. The 4 old-timers of Tai Clan looked at each other. They were in an embarrassing situation right now. Although they succeeded in trapping Bai Ningbing, Fang Yan did not come to rescue her. This made their defensive tactics a cold irony. "Damn it! We can't deal with so many matters. This time there will be no share for us at 3 Kings' Inheritance. How about we retreat?" "Impossible. We 4 move together. If we retreat without gaining anything, this will be an insult to our Tai Clan, and I am afraid we will not be able to raise our heads in front of others." "Then what should we do?" 3 pairs of eyes looked at the 4th old man, their leader. The old man pondered for a while and made a decision. He spoke with a heavy voice. "Request for reinforcements. Shang Clan has sent reinforcement. There will naturally be support from our Tai Clan too. In the present situation, the competition has turned more intense. Only rank 4 peak stage powers can fight for a seat. As long as the clan sends a rank 4 peak stage reinforcement, Then with our rank, 4 middle stage strength, Big Brother is right. Shang Clan has sent Yi Huo. If we ask for reinforcement now, we won't lose face. Right. We need to ask support from the clan. There was endless gray fog completely filling Fang Yuan's vision and reminding him that he had already entered King Xin inheritance. Fang Yuan surveyed his surroundings. He could not tell east from west. However, in his aperture, spring-autumn cicada shook its wings slightly. The flow of time here was still 3 times faster than the outside world. I need to hurry. Fang Yuan felt a sense of urgency. The constantly recovering spring-autumn cicada was becoming more and more like a ticking time bomb. He grabbed a paper crane goo and activated it. A key was required to enter King Xin inheritance, and it was a paper crane goo. At this very moment, Fang Yuan could only use paper crane goo. His other goo besides spring-autumn cicada were all suppressed by the heavenly power. Paper crane goo floated in the air in front of him. It flapped its wings and led the way ahead. Fang Yuan followed the paper crane and slowly moved forward. He reached a hill and could see a blurry human figure in the fog. Human, come out, compete. Let's compete. The human figure opened its mouth. The sound was boorish and sporadic. When Fang Yuan walked closer, the human figure gradually became clearer. His figure was similar to ordinary humans, 2 hands and 2 legs. It was just that he was very buff, and reddish-brown hair grew from all over his body, chest, limbs, even on his face and buttocks. He looked at Fang Yuan with his bronze bell-like large eyes. Compete! Let's compete! Lose! Die! He roared. His eyes were filled with blood veins and looked very malevolent. Fang Yuan had already expected this and was not surprised, his expression calm. This was a mutated human. Beasts had mutated beasts, just like Biao among the tigers, lichen among wolves and mastiff among dogs. Humans also had mutated humans. The mutated human Fang Yuan ran into now was a hairy man. Hairy man's whole body were covered with hair, even their eyelids. This type of mutated human has extremely low intelligence, but had natural talent in goo refinement. There was a group of hairy man in King Xin inheritance. They were the obstacles goo masters had to clear to go forward. Only by winning against them could the goo masters continue on. If they lost, the goo masters would be torn to shreds by the powerful hairy men and become their food. Come. Fang Yuan stood at a distance of 10 steps from the hairy man with a tranquil expression. Several goo, along with some materials, appeared out of nowhere in the air and floated lightly to Fang Yuan's hands. At the same time, the hairy man also received the same things. The goo refinement had begun. Winner lives, loser dies.